The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie show on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is Free Kicks. All right, we have to record this quickly because Adam's about to hop on an airplane and go to Scotland. And we'll be getting the full recap of that next week's show. But first, we do have some highlights from this past weekend. And a big game that we all watched last weekend.
Checked and cleared. Arsenal corner, Odegaard. Big header from Gabriel, and probably a winning goal for Arsenal. 96th minute. And having spent 50 minutes today trailing, it looks like Arsenal have had the final word.
And it turns out it was the final word. But it's not the final word of this episode because we're just beginning. It's time for Free Kicks.
And now, Free Kicks. Free Kicks with Illinois Youth Soccer Association's Director of Coaching, Adam Howarth, and Rick Kemper.
You know, if it wasn't for set pieces, I don't think Arsenal can score. But they
That's
score.
Right.
They are the best in the league at set pieces, aren't they?
They really are. Ironically, Newcastle scored off a set piece.
Yeah, well, that's true,
and then
too.
it was like, and then Arsenal's like, oh, don't worry. We're the king of the set pieces, so we'll score the winner in the last couple of minutes. Unbelievable.
So Arsenal makes a trek up the ladder a little bit, and now they're number 2 again. And I just feel like Liverpool and Arsenal will be fighting it out all year because as exciting as it was in the positive side for Arsenal, it was the opposite for Liverpool. And I actually have the audio of that as well. Here we go.
Held in by Lerma. Good trajectory on that. Hughes. It's Nketiah! Absolutely phenomenal! Crystal Palace have toppled the champions in the 8th minute of stoppage time!
And you know anybody who predicted that might happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if people listen to this podcast on a regular basis, they will be the smartest people in the world because, yes, we predicted that would be the biggest game of the weekend.
So
yes,
what is it about Crystal Palace and Liverpool? What is it that, I mean, Liverpool has now lost 3 in a row to Crystal Palace.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I think it's just something about what they are able to do in the last minute or so. And to be fair, they were up. They scored in the 9th minute. And if it wasn't for Chiesa near the end of the game to tie it up, I mean, it could have been a much easier 1-0 victory.
It's true.
You know, that's the crazy thing about it. But I think everything about what Glasner's doing at Crystal Palace is just, I mean, there was a picture of him in the post-match conference. He's just smiling. He's just happy.
I know.
He's just a happy guy.
And he's German.
It's crazy.
And he's German.
Yeah. And he's German, and he's lost his best player to Arsenal. So, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what he's doing. I mean,
his celebration after that goal was hilarious. I don't know if you saw it. He ran out of the box, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm breaking the rules. Must go back into the box."
Hey, I respect the rules follower in him. I do respect that.
Your papers were not in order.
Yeah. But what a great game. Yeah, I'm really happy for Crystal Palace. And these are the types of games that can make it, you know, a little bit more competitive in terms of the table. But, hey.
Well, you love to see it. I mean, Crystal Palace, I mean, I'm saying this as a Liverpool supporter. Crystal Palace is undefeated.
Exactly. Look, I was just going to say, look out. Crystal Palace, 3rd spot.
Yeah.
They're right there in the mix. Champions League football. Come on, Palace.
Have they ever played Champions League football before?
No, never. This is the first time they've been playing in Europe. So, this is, you know, because they are now playing in the Conference League. So this year, after winning the FA Cup, which was a whole big If you remember, they got demoted because they were supposed to play.
Right. Yeah.
We had the extra spot. Nottingham Forest got it. Yeah, it's a whole big deal. But super glad that they're playing European football. Now, again, can they manage all of this?
Yeah.
That's going to be the challenge with their squad. But, great stuff.
Yeah, not the deepest squad in the world, but we'll see. I mean, you just rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. You mentioned Nottingham Forest. They are playing European football this year, but don't look now at the table because they find themselves just out of the relegation zone. They have not been playing well at all. And they got beat by Sunderland this past weekend, and I do have some audio from that as well. And here we go.
Granit Xhaka is one side of that, and Enzo Lefebvre is the other. And Xhaka has lifted it in. Alderete has scored for Sunderland! Creeping in blindside! And lifting the lads and lasses down from the northeast!
I love that. The lads and lasses from the northeast. Now, Sunderland, and this was also true of the Liverpool game. They played park the bus, right? They're playing defensively. Crystal Palace is playing defensively. Your old pal Jose Mourinho, who is coming back to Chelsea this week, he would be proud of the defensive play this year.
Yes, no question. No question. They're doing, again, they're exceeding expectations. The Black Cats.
Fifth place.
Fifth place. Amazing stuff. And to win away against Nottingham Forest, what a fantastic victory.
A very difficult place to win.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest with you. If you asked me tomorrow, name 5 players on the Sunderland team, I would struggle. Yeah, I would really struggle.
I give you Chaka because I just heard the name. That's about it.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. They're doing it with players that we don't necessarily know about. I may have to start doing a little bit of a deeper dive into their team because I may need to pick some of them for my fantasy team. But they're just doing it with the least amount of players. Xhaka is leading by example. Alderete, who scored the goal, and being led by a Frenchman as well. That's the crazy thing. So so happy for them. Happy that they were able to get the result.
So speaking of the Frenchman, we talk about how it looks like there are basically no English coaches anymore. You've got Eddie Howe, and then we had Graham Potter, and he's gone.
That's right, done and dusted. Unfortunately for West Ham, very short tenure. He just wasn't able to get things going. String of bad results. I think he only got the 1 win in the 5. They had that little reprise there. They beat they beat Forest ironically away. Yeah. And then just couldn't get it. And ironically, they were giving up a lot of goals on set pieces. Yeah. So that was crazy. but the interesting thing, they fire him, and then within hours they appoint the former Nottingham Forest manager, Nuno Espirito Santo. So,
I must have missed the story of why Nuno was let go in Forest in the first place.
Well, it basically was his relationship with the owner and then also the sporting director. The sporting director came over from Arsenal, Edu, and then you probably have seen some footage of the Nottingham Forest owner, Evangelos Marinakis.
Yes, okay, now I remember.
Yes, and I think there was a portion of he came onto the field one of the games where he was very upset about the result, and then he's I think also Santo Nuno said something in one of the media lashings about just, his relationship is not great. He's not talking with him. That was pretty much the kiss of death right there. So as soon as he said that, he was done and dusted.
Yeah, even though he led them to their best season in 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. And it was really a tough one because I think everything was going well at that point, and obviously they had a few up and down results, but still, everybody were happy. The Forest fans were happy with him.
Yeah.
But it just ended up being the end of the road for him, unfortunately. And guess who turned up as the new manager? Ange Postecoglou. So it's just a big merry-go-round, isn't it? Everybody just falls into place, and now he's there. But he's under pressure too, as well now. He hasn't won many games either.
Let's talk about Graham Potter a little bit because, like 2 years ago, he was the hottest coaching prospect out there when he was with Brighton. He goes to Chelsea. He has a very short tenure there. I mean, they pulled the plug quickly. And then he comes to West Ham and has another very short tenure. Right now, he's kind of damaged goods, isn't he?
Yeah, it was a tough one. I'll give, I think the Chelsea one was a tough one. He kind of came in at the time when he was given the commitment, obviously, by the owners, but then players were just literally coming through the door that he couldn't keep up with. So that was a tough one. And then flying in, he got that second opportunity into West Ham, and it just seemed like West Ham fans also, to be fair, are very, very tough on their managers.
Are they?
They have
unlike the Chelsea fans, the welcoming, hugging Chelsea fans.
Not the Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea are very much, they know you lose a couple of games, you're done. West Ham are still very much like that as well in terms of things if things don't go well. But ultimately, I think, and I want to be conscious of our West Ham fans who are listening, but they do have this idea that they want to play the right way. Unfortunately, their right way has not really won anything, but that's a whole nother story.
Right.
But ultimately, they have this pressure, and it goes back to the 60s when they had all of the players that were on the England World Cup, 1966. I don't know if you remember, we won the World Cup in 1966.
Yeah, that's true.
We talk about that every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But anyway,
asterisk.
So exactly. So West Ham fans still always go back to that. Plus, also they've had a very strong academy in players that they produced like Frank Lampard and Joe Cole and those types of fantastic players. But so they are not very.
There's a long tradition. There's a long tradition of success. I mean, at least not success, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I would compare. I would compare West Ham fans very much to Cubs fans. To be fair,
Chicago
because exactly. So when things don't go well, I think the Cubs have always expect their teams to win, but let's be honest, and as a Cubs fan yourself, they really haven't won that much.
Wait,
they've won occasionally.
Is that true?
Just a little bit here and there.
Okay.
And I think you could say the same thing about West Ham, because when they won the Conference League a few years ago under David Moyes, they got rid of David Moyes.
I know.
Even though they won, and they're probably saying to themselves now, "Hey, we should have kept David Moyes."
Yeah.
And he's doing great things at Everton. So again, it's always everybody thinks it's greener. The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
And realistically, it really isn't. There you go, people.
Well, you talked about a team that has a history of success, and that would be Manchester United.
Yeah.
And again, I believe they're still in 14th place or something like that on the table right now.
You're right. Yeah.
And Manchester United fans also not known for their patience. And right now, the coach is hanging on the edge of a cliff with his fingernails. I'm to the point where I'm afraid to even discuss this on our podcast because we're taping this on Tuesday and our podcast comes out on Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going through the Manchester United pages this morning before we taped just to see what the fans are saying. And they're throwing out names for interim coaches already. That's where we're at. Because they're just assuming he's a goner. And I want to run a couple of these by you because I thought they were kind of funny. The name that guess what name I saw more than any other name?
Sam Allardyce.
No. Ole.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, come back.
Uh-huh. And the other one they're talking about is Michael Carrick.
Interesting.
He's already on staff there, isn't he?
He was.
Okay.
He was at Middlesbrough, and then he left Middlesbrough recently. So yeah, he's been around. He's got a little bit of experience. Obviously, so is Solskjaer, obviously.
Right. But what do you think? I mean, are we keep speculating about this, but why isn't he fired? Because he's terrible.
That's a great question. I think I think they're at this point now that they don't know what to do. I really do. I don't think they don't have anybody waiting in the wings because they put all of their eggs into the Ruben Amorim basket.
Yeah.
And I think at this point they're like, who's out there? What can we do to potentially change this? The frustrating part is, and I think this is the frustrating part for the fans, is that the results are not obviously there, but also he doesn't seemingly want to change his thoughts and processes and ideas. And, you're losing to Brentford. I mean, Brentford basically lost their whole team. Yeah. And they lost their best player
and their
coach. Yeah. And they lost their best player to Man United, and they still can't beat them.
Right.
Now, I'm a Chelsea fan. I can't say much after the Brighton result, but I get it.
I didn't even bring Chelsea up. I didn't want to hear it this week. I think
I know. We'll avoid that. But ultimately, things have to change from a results standpoint. Otherwise, they're going to have to make a move. But again, it's a cycle. And I'm just thinking of, I was reading the same thing. I was thinking of younger fans. Now, if you're a Manchester United younger fan, you've not seen any success. This is normal for you.
That's true. It has been a while. It's been a decade, or more.
It's been 12 years since Alex Ferguson left. And that's when that's been how long it's been since they've done anything.
Right.
12 years. So be happy with mediocrity. Be happy with potentially just staying in the league for a while. But what's amazing is it's still got this aura about it. Players want to go there.
Yeah.
They want to be part of it. They just need that manager. They can find somebody. Oh, I wish I could find the answer for them. But if they find somebody, maybe they can move forward.
Well, Graham Potter's available. So
Graham Potter. Yeah. Sam Allardyce. Yeah, so, maybe he can come in.
We joke about English coaches, that the fact that there are very few English managers in the league. But my strange stat of the week was inspired by that, and that is the number of Premier League clubs that are now owned by English people. Can you guess, of the 20 Premier League clubs, can you guess how many of them are wholly owned by English individuals or groups?
I can say, I'm just looking at it. I would say maybe Bournemouth, maybe Sunderland, maybe 3 or 4. 3, maybe.
3 is correct, but none of the ones you mentioned.
Oh, really? Okay.
The 3 are Brentford, Brighton, and Tottenham Hotspur now. Yes. But Liverpool's owned by the Fenway Sports Club. Now, these are all Americans that own these.
Of course.
Manchester United, owned by Americans. Arsenal, owned by Americans. Chelsea, owned by Americans. Majority. Other teams with U.S. ownership are Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Burnley, Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham, Leeds United.
Keeps on going.
Now Hollywood stars are getting involved. Like J.J. Watts is a football player. He's part owner of Burnley. Will Ferrell and Michael B. Jordan are part owners. Will Ferrell's a part owner of Leeds. Michael B. Jordan is a part owner of Bournemouth.
Yep.
Even like Manchester City has 18% owned by Americans. It's mainly Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
But then, even like Newcastle is owned by Saudi Arabia. Nottingham Forest owned by Greece. Wolves are owned by China. West Ham has got a Czech, major Czech involvement. Sunderland, France, Switzerland, and Uruguay. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And also, there's more in the lower leagues. Like, we know that Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds are at Wrexham, but Snoop Dogg is now a co-owner of Swansea City. Tom Brady is part of Birmingham City. Ipswich Town has some celebrities involved. I mean, boy, it's something.
Amazing.
So, Free Kicks is brought to you by the Illinois Youth Soccer Association.
Illinois Youth Soccer has been proudly serving the Illinois soccer community since 1975, is a non-profit corporation, charter member of the U.S. Soccer Federation, official state association, and charter member of U.S. Youth Soccer, administers U.S. Soccer Federation coaching programs, the Olympic Development Program, and U.S. Soccer Federation referee programs. For more information, go to illinoisyouthsoccer.org.
And now, the latest Chicago area soccer news. Soccer news. With Coach Adam. Coach Adam.
I think everyone knows you're going to Scotland, but there's more. There's more.
There's always more. There's always more. Well, first of all, really excited for a brand new season of Olympic Development Program. We are now officially sanctioned by U.S. Soccer. We have to go through that process every year, and I'm the guy that has to fill out the form. That's a lot of fun, by the way.
I hate paperwork. I hate it so much.
Yeah, but we are officially sanctioned, so we're excited about going through that process. So open to all, as per usual. So registration's going great. The numbers are fantastic already. So if players are interested in getting that supplemental training in addition, and then getting recognition, that's the nice thing about it for the clubs as well. They get the recognition for the players individually. It's an individual program in a game-based environment. Really, really fantastic. Enjoy coaching, and it keeps my axe sharp, as they say. So I'm able to continue to coach.
What color are the kits these days?
So we go blue white, so I pushed the blue and the white, had to do that. I think the blue white is traditional Illinois youth soccer colors. So we're a blue group. So that's good.
Hey, blue state.
Yeah, there you go. And then, courses, education, obviously very busy. We've got a few grassroots courses available for some of those latecomers, and then also coaches that may be looking to get a course ready for the spring season. And then a D license will be opening up very, very soon. And then also being approved for hosting a B license next year in the spring. So we're excited about that. Again, another process we have to go through. And there'll be C licenses. And then my favorite course, the Club Technical Leadership course for all those DOCs, people running clubs. Get hold of me at doc@illinoisyouthsoccer.org if you're interested in taking any courses. So lots of things happening as we gear towards our fall state series. We've got our younger groups, and I really watch this, really excited about the U11s and U12 state cups, the junior state cups. Some of those games, they're on the smaller field, fantastic. It's like goals galore. Yeah. If you've ever seen 9v9 games, there's goals flying in left, right, and center. So I'm excited to going out to Rockford for the finals there in a few weeks.
Time now to guess the Premier League star.
Okay, this one was given to me by Sean, my son.
Of course it was. Yeah.
So buckle up. We'll see how you do. This week's Premier League star is 26 years old.
All right, and remember, can't be Sunderland because there's no stars there.
It's not Sunderland. This is a London boy.
All right.
Okay, and he came up through one of the London club academies.
Okay.
And he played for that team. He played for their first team for over 100 matches before moving to another London club where he currently resides. He is a striker / center forward. So that cuts it down to like 7 or let's say 14 guys that you can choose from.
Okay.
He's English, right? So he has one cap for the English national team that came in 2023 in a 1-0 win against Australia.
What year did you say?
He's 26 years old. The game was in 2023.
Okay. He just got the one cap.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But once you make it to the national team, you're officially a Premier League star, according to this game. So, he's got a tough position right now because he's essentially replacing a crowd favorite at his new club. And the man that he is replacing now plays for his old club.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very incestuous.
Now, is he playing on the north side of London? Here's your geography. Or is he playing on the east side of London?
I have no idea. It's not a place I've been to before.
You haven't been to this place?
I have not.
Okay. Would he be playing in the Tottenham Stadium? Would that be fair to say?
Nope. It's not one of the bigger clubs.
Okay. All right. Of course. So we go back to this whole idea of, is he a true star?
Oh, yes, he is.
He's a true star.
Yes.
So I got it. How this didn't even come to my mind.
Yeah.
He scored the winning goal. Come on. What was I thinking? Yeah. Yeah. And now it just like popped into my head.
Yeah. We even played the audio.
I know. Eddie Nketiah. Absolutely.
That's
and
right.
as for him being a star, that's a bunch of rubbish because he's hardly played this year.
He scored the winning goal. He's got a cap.
Yeah.
He has one cap. He wears it around the house.
Right. So how many games has he actually played? He's been injured most of the season, to be fair, so far.
Yeah.
I think he's just been coming on as a sub. I think he came on as a sub again in this game, didn't he?
Yeah, he came on as a sub and scored the winning goal.
Okay, so if you're a star... Yeah, you scored the winning goal. Fantastic, but you're not a star. That's great. You're a star. You start every game. And he's never been a star. He's never started really for Arsenal.
He's got a cap.
Never really.
He's got a cap.
He's got a cap. Yeah. I've got caps too. I've got caps as well. But no. All right. No, that's a good one. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
He's. I'm glad he was able to score the big winner for him. I hope that he gets a bit of a run in, but it's going to be tough. It's a tough team to break into.
It actually
they're
kind
doing
of is.
So well.
Yeah, that's true. Then look at where they are. They're undefeated.
Yeah, I mean,
I've always liked him though. Even when he was with Arsenal, I thought he should be playing more. Because he makes things happen when he comes into the game.
Yeah.
Apparently, I am alone in this thought. But
yeah, no, he's a good one. He's definitely glad all over this week. That's for sure.
Now time for Adam's Weekend Soccer TV Tip.
Okay, I know you're going to be gone, but that doesn't mean you can't leave us some viewing tips.
And I'll still be watching. I'll still be watching this one because this is the big one.
All right.
It's definitely and it's kind of nice because the game's a little bit later, so we're planning on going to a game on Saturday. But we'll hopefully catch this game right afterwards, maybe in the pub. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be a good little place to watch it.
Yeah.
Good place to watch it with a nice Scottish brew of some type. So
well, you
got
to have Scotch whiskey if you're going to Scotland.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm sure there'll be some partaking of something of some type.
Okay,
but this is the game. I think this could be really a big one, especially for my team. And I'm not just picking it because it's my team, but obviously a rough couple of games recently. Got to get back on track. And with Liverpool losing, this to me is the highlight of the games of the weekend. That's why probably it's pushed back a little bit further. Saturday, October the 4th, Chelsea at the Bridge versus Liverpool. This is the time for Chelsea. This is their time. Big result for them. Will push them back up and then potentially make this a little bit more of a closer race for the Liverpool, Arsenals, and the other groups coming up. So big result, hopefully, for Chelsea. But that's the game, 11:30 Saturday. You could probably watch that game beforehand, Man United, Sunderland. Who knows? Could be Ruben's last game.
Could be,
especially the way Sunderland's playing. That's at Old Trafford. But Chelsea, Liverpool, big one.
Yeah, you know what? If he loses against Sunderland at Old Trafford, he's not going to make it back to the locker room.
You gotta wonder. Yeah, you gotta wonder. Exactly.
All right. Well, we wish you the best on your trip. Say hello to Scotland for us, and
will do.
And we're looking forward to getting the full recap when you come back. But in the meantime, we have people we need to thank. We need to thank our executive producer, Tony Lasana, with Opie Shows. Thanks, Tony. Also to Ed Silla with the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Great Talk Radio isn't dead. It just moved to a better place. RadioMisfits.com. And we'll be back again next week with a brand new episode of Free Kicks.
The proceeding was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at RadioMisfits.com. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?